We can start today on our backs. Why don't we bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out? And you might just rest your hands gently on your thighs just to suggest a little letting go in the hips. And maybe we'll take a deep breath in and exhale and let go of the whole body. Feeling the shoulder blades on the ground, the back of the head, the buttocks, maybe the elbows or the backs of the arms. Really just releasing the back body into the earth. And then as we shift our focus to the breath, it can waken up the front body. As we feel the belly expanding, breath deepening, maybe even sensing the breath interacting with the hips. Breathing even deeper, filling the lungs all the way up to the chest. Maybe breathing so much that you feel your shoulders moving. And then lift the arms up in the air, hands facing each other. Lift the knees and then lift the feet, creating kind of a right angle as best you can at the legs. And then press your lower back into the ground. Continue to breathe deeply. And then on your next exhale, reach up like you're trying to touch your toes. And then inhale back to the starting position. Exhale, reach, inhale, return. If you want to work harder on the inhale, you can straighten your legs out. The arms can go overhead if you're doing that version. Let's do two more. And then hug the knees to the chest. Bring your attention to where the back of the head touches the ground. And slowly roll your head from side to side, tracking that point of contact as it moves across your skull. And then come back to center. Bring the arms inside the legs and around the bottoms of the feet, and lift the feet to the height of the knees. And then draw your chin down toward your throat, lengthening your neck. Take a deep breath in, and when you exhale, drop the backs of your shoulders down toward the floor. Breathe deeply. And then on your next breath, you can aim your feet toward the wall behind you a little more. And then just be and spread the breath into it. Feel all the places the breath can penetrate here in your happy baby pose. Try to lay the tailbone on the ground. And release the hands and lift the legs straight up. Point and flex the feet. And open the legs wide. Keep the feet flexed and press out through the heels. Use your hands to support from above the thighs or below if that feels better for you, whichever allows you to release the weight of the legs more. Stay connected to your breathing, slow and long. And lift the legs back up. Release the arms down. And then slowly lower the legs to the ground. You might want to bring your hands under your lower back. That both makes it easier and protects your back. So if it hurts at all to do it without your hands, please add your hands. Breathing deeply. It's really easy when we work with the abs to want to hold your breath. Try to support your muscles with the oxygen. And once the legs come down, and if they're not there yet, don't hurry, take your time. When they do come down, reach your arms overhead and stretch long. Breathing into the belly and reaching up through the fingertips. And release the arms back down to your sides. Bend the knees and plant the feet nice and wide. Take hold of opposite elbows. And we'll drop the knees to one side and the elbows to the other. Inhaling up through center, exhaling, dropping. And then turn your head the same direction as you turn your knees, away from your elbows. The next time the knees come to the left, hold them there. Release the arms. And if you can, and if you want, bring your right foot on top of your left thigh. And you might want to lift your head and look for a minute to see that your knee is straight down from your hip and your foot is straight out from your knee. And then just try to relax here. You might curl the outer edge of your left foot toward your right foot or your knee. Good. And then if your right foot is on your left knee, leave it there. We're going to lift that left knee up. And if your right foot's not on it, then bring it there now. And then clasp your hands behind the back of your head. And we're going to inhale as we're down on the ground, and then exhale and crunch. And if you can, see if you can not just lift your foot, but even curl your sacrum off the ground. And then inhale down, exhale, crunch. One more. Then release your hands. Bring both feet on the ground, nice and wide apart. And then let the knees drop to the left. And then if you can, or if you want, you can bring your left foot on top of your right leg. And again, it's helpful to just check in to make sure that the leg is straight. And then you might curl the outer edge of your right foot toward your left foot or toward that knee if the foot's not there. Breathing slowly. Breathing deeply enough so that on the exhale, you feel a sense of letting go. Feel the relaxation. And then we'll lift that right knee, placing the left foot just above the knee. The hands clasped behind the back of the head. We inhale when we're down and we exhale when we crunch up. And again, the crunch is not just lifting the foot and the head, but you really want to try to roll your hips off the ground if you can. Remember, whatever you do, if you're doing the best that your body can do in this moment, then you're getting the maximum benefit. So you don't have to worry about trying to do something else. Just do what you can. And it's enough. 2 more. And then relax and release the legs. Maybe shake them out. And then bring your right arm overhead, roll over onto your right side, resting your head on your arm. And take hold of your left foot behind you with your left hand. And pull the heel toward the buttock. And then press the hips forward as much as you can. And then see if you can also roll that right shoulder back away from your face. Keep actively pressing the buttocks forward. Try to keep the left thigh parallel to the right one. So it's not up like this, but down. Makes a difference. That's better. Okay. And then release that foot, rolling over onto your back and onto the other side. Head resting on the left arm. Right hand takes hold of the right foot behind you. First, pull it toward the buttock. Lower the right knee down. And then press your hips forward. And then engage your glute muscles and push them forward as well. Deepening the breath. And release the foot and just bend both knees, laying here in seedling's pose for a moment. And then with the right hand on the floor in front of you, press yourself up. Let your head come up last. And then move into table pose, coming onto your hands and knees. Sinking down into the arms, sinking down into the legs. Now we're going to move back and forth between cat and cow, but I'm going to do it quickly. You can do it slowly, or you can do it with me in a rapid breath. So why don't we start and just do one round slowly, inhaling, tilting the tailbone up, taking the gaze up, exhaling, tailbone down, taking the belly up and the head down. And then stay in that slow breath if that's going to serve you today. Or you can take a rapid breath and move the spine with the pace of your breath. So we're going to do a few things today to generate some heat in the body. But if that's not going to serve you, just stay gentle. Next, inhale, deep breath, and hold. Hold as long as you can. When you need to exhale, release the hips back and fold forward. Walk the arms and torso over to the right. Place the right hand beside you on the ground. Push into that hand, sending the left hip back, extending long from left hip to left hand, and breathing into that whole side. Slow stream of breath. And then take it over to the other side, pressing into the left hand, sending the right hip back. And bring it back to center. Lift the hips. And then bring your elbows and forearms down on the ground, shoulder width apart. Lift your knees, curl your toes under. Coming into a forearm plank. Press back through the heels and really stretch your calves. And then maybe aim your buttocks toward your elbows. If you need to modify, the knees can be on the ground. And then let's all lower the knees, lower the hips, lift the gaze, lift the heart, and draw back with your hands and forearms. Feel your shoulder blades moving back, your back ribs moving forward. Sphinx pose. Roll the eyes up. Curl the toes and lift your hips. And then inhale down. Exhale, lift your hips. Inhale down. Keep going. If this is too intense on your shoulders, then you can modify and just do it on your hands, not on your elbows. So you'll notice when the hips lift, you can push the forearms forward to send the hips back. And when the hips come down, you pull the forearms back to send your chest forward. Let's do 3 more. And the next time the hips lift, stay there. Walk the hands forward a little bit and press the heels. Walk the feet forward a little bit and press the heels down. Press forward with the forearms. Drop the head. And then step the legs out wide. Come up off the elbows onto the hands. Push forward with the hands and send the heels back into a wide-legged downward dog. Pull the shoulders down the back. Press into the fingers. Forward. And then if you can, bring your left hand to your right leg and look under your right arm. Pulling the hand toward that left leg to help twist the ribs under you. Return the left hand. Bring the right hand to the left leg. Pull and turn. Breathe and relax. Still relaxing, even though there's some efforting involved. Return the hand, press both hands forward, and then walk the hands toward the feet. And then see if you can have the hips kind of lean back behind the ankles. Rest the head down. Connect to the breath. Walk the hands over to the right, laying the torso over that right leg. Exhale long and slow, relaxing the body over. And then with that left hand close to the right foot, those of you who can bring your forearm down onto the ground, you can go ahead and do that. Otherwise, the hand is fine. And we're going to bring the right hand onto the right hip and then straighten the spine out as much as you can and then turn. Once you've turned, then you can lift the right arm up. And hand comes down. Walk your hands both over to the other side and just lay your body over that left leg. And then if you are able to lay your right elbow down onto the ground, you can do that, or just Bring your right hand over by your left foot and then lengthen out your spine. Bring your hand to your hip. Turn your body to the left and then lift the arm up. And release the hand down. Walk the hand center. Bring the heels in so that the feet are at an angle. Bend your knees. Bring your hands to your thighs and then lift your torso up. Good. Now bring your hands to the tops of your thighs. We're going to inhale, push the hands down, lifting the head and spine tall, keeping the knees bent. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale out of the mouth and fold forward. Inhale. As you lift, the hands push down, helping the spine get tall. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Exhale out of the mouth. Good. Continue like that. One more. And then come up, keeping the knees bent. Bring the arms out to the side, bend the elbows. Have the elbows be at the height of the shoulders. So it's not this, it's here, cactus arms. And then have the elbows also in line with the shoulders so they're not in front, they're back. Mm-hmm. And then try to drop your tailbone. Just another couple of breaths. Inhale, step together, bring the arms up, take Steeple Mudra with your index fingers extended, the rest of your fingers interlaced. Hold your breath, reach up and pull up from the tailbone, from the belly, all the way up. Pull the throat up, press the tongue and the eyes up. When you need to exhale, bend over. Inhale, look up. Good. Exhale, bend over and bend your knees and try to lay your chest on your thighs. Try to relax your head down. You might even give your head a little adjustment with your hand. Release your hand. So the knees are bent and the ribs are resting on or toward the thighs. And then lean back so that the weight is in your heels. And then maybe you can lay onto your thighs a little more. Breathe into your back. And then try to keep your ribs toward your thighs as you straighten your legs. And then see how it feels to shift your weight forward toward your toes and then back again toward your heels. Maybe coordinating that with the breath and seeing where the exhale serves you, where the inhale wants to come. And then maybe find stillness for a few breaths. And then bend the knees, tuck your chin, roll yourself up. Lift the arms, breathe in. Interlace the fingers again, index fingers extended. Lifting tall as you breathe in. And then as you exhale, send the hips to the right and the arms to the left. Really root down into your feet, especially that right foot. Really press the toes down. Press the whole foot down. Maybe that helps you send the hip a little bit more to the right. As you inhale, imagine reaching out through the fingertips. As you inhale next, lift up. Exhale, send the hips to the left, the arms to the right. As you exhale, try to release the weight of your upper body. Root down into your feet. And inhale up. Exhale the arms down. Relax the shoulders, maybe close the eyes and just feel what's happening in the body. And let the knees bend. Inhale the arms out. Exhale the right arm under the left. Kind of stacking the elbows and then moving the backs of the hands toward each other, or even wrapping the hands if you can. And then really feel the weight sinking down into your left foot. Find a gaze point past your hands and let your eyes rest there. And then let your attention rest on the rhythm of your breath. Really stay connected to the breath as you lift the right leg, cross it over, perhaps hooking the foot behind the calf if you can. And then maybe sitting down into it even more, lifting the elbows, pulling the navel back and down, lengthening your lower back. Release out of it. Clasp your hands behind your back. Notice which thumb is on the outside. Breathe across your chest. Lift the arms. Lift the breath into your heart. Relax the arms down. Bend the knees. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale the left under the right, bringing the elbows toward each other, and then, if you can, bring the hands toward each other. And then with all the weight in your right foot, find a spot past your hands. Lock your gaze there. And then focus on your breath. Even though you're looking outward, your awareness is inward. And then when you're ready, lift your left leg, cross it over, hook the foot behind if you can. Sit down lower, lift the elbows higher. Draw the navel in and down. Ease out of it. Bring the hands behind your back. Clasp your hands with the opposite thumb on the outside. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the arms. Maybe pull the hands apart. Stretch the breath across the chest. Drop the chin. Relax the hands. Lift the head. Roll the shoulders. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Hold the breath and pump the hands. Keep doing it for as long as you can hold your breath. And when you need to exhale, just exhale and relax the arms down by your side. Once you've relaxed your arms down by your side, take one deep, slow, long breath in and out, and then begin again. Just feeling the energy in your body. And then let the chin drop, let the knees bend, lowering yourself back down onto your hands and knees. So we're going to practice either a half headstand or a full headstand. And for those who want to try a full headstand, I'm going to offer a different arm position, which I think is more supportive and makes it easier. And that's to have the elbows and forearms on the ground and to interlace the fingers. And the elbows will be shoulder width apart, and the hands will be at the apex of the triangle. And then you kind of rest your head in the cup of your hands. It's partly on the ground and partly in your hands. And then you lift your knees, walk your hands forward, and then lift your feet and bring your feet up into the air. For the rest of us, which is going to be most of us, we're going to bring the hands onto the ground and then place the head at the third point of the triangle. Now, the key to this position, and it's quite easy if you follow the mechanics right, is that the hands are under the shoulders and the elbows don't splay out. They stay lined up over the wrists. So once your head and your hands form a nice perfect triangle, anything can balance on 3 points. That part is super easy. So curl the toes under, lift the knees, and then walk the feet forward, lifting the hips, staying on your tippy toes, and then try to rest your knees on your elbows or the backs of your arms. If you can get your knees there, lifting the feet off the ground should be effortless. And then slowly release the feet, bring the knees down, and sit back in child's pose. Let the arms rest beside you. If your head doesn't come to the ground in this pose, please support it with hands or fists. Let the arms really relax over the thighs. And bring your hands alongside your knees. Slowly lift your head up. Stay on the tops of your feet so your toenails are facing down, and then lift your knees, pushing into your hands, just stretching your feet in this way. And release the feet down, and then curl the toes under. We'll stretch the other way, and we'll do some breath of fire. Take the arms up, curl all the fingers in except the thumbs, pull the shoulders down the back, close your eyes, bring your gaze to your third eye, and then breathe rapidly, pumping your belly in to force that exhale out. Inhale, lift the arms, bringing the thumbs together, hold the breath. Pull up with the buttocks, pull up from the floor of the pelvis, lift the belly, lift the whole center line. Hold, hold, hold. Exhale, release the hands down to the ground, uncurl the toes, and kick the feet into the ground. Beautiful. And then cross the ankles and roll back behind your feet, having the feet on the ground. And we're gonna rock lengthwise on our spine, coming into a shoulder stand. So if you're in your cycle and you don't feel comfortable being inverted, then you can just have your legs up with your hands under your hips. Also, if you're pregnant, do that version. If you have neck issues where you can't really be in shoulder stand, please also do that version. And the rest of us will rock lengthwise on the spine. And when we get momentum with the hips nice and lifted, we'll bring the hands to the hips and then start to walk the hands down toward the ground. Roll the shoulders under you so that you're not actually on your neck. You're on your shoulders. And then spread the toes, reach them up. Breathe slowly, feeling it in the back of your throat. And then bring the legs overhead. If your feet do touch the ground, don't worry if they don't, but if your feet do touch the ground, you're welcome to clasp your hands and lower them down. If they don't, please keep your hands supporting your hips. And if your feet touch the ground, your toes are curled under, and then you'll press back through your heels and up through your thighs. Plow pose. And we'll all bring the hands to the hips, bring the knees to the forehead, lift the feet, and slowly lay the spine back down. Letting the hips rest on the hands, the feet come down, the legs extend. And then we'll press into the elbows and lift the chest, drop onto the top of the head into your fish pose. Breathing into those lungs. You can also bring the bottoms of the feet together. Pressing down into the elbows, lifting those back ribs. Opening the throat. And then releasing the hands. Lift your head, look at your feet. Come and lay your head down. Shake your head out from side to side. And then bend the knees and tuck your hips under, release your legs. Shake the legs out. If you're using an eye pillow, place that on your eyes. And let your hands rest out away from your body. Legs relax. Deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, releasing the body into the earth. Inhale deep. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the bottom teeth away from the top teeth, letting the lips slightly part. Inhale deep. Exhale, release the activity of your mind, letting go of thoughts and images, memories and plans, bringing awareness just to the breath, right here, this moment. See where you feel the breath most easily and just rest your attention there. And also let your breath rest so that you're not breathing deeply anymore. You're just breathing however breath comes. Maybe shallow, maybe fast. Doesn't matter. Just allow it. And feel it. Letting your mind rest. letting your body rest. Deeply relaxed. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest. Rocking side to side. Feeling the ground massaging your back. And then come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Roll off to your side. Rest your head on your arm. Rest your body on the ground. And rest your attention on the feeling of this moment. Physically, mentally, emotionally. And then when you're ready, begin to lift yourself up, letting your head come up last. Sinking down into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hand. Exhale, shoulders relaxed in. Inhale deeply, breathe in from bottom to top, take it all in. And let it all go. chin to the chest. Namaste.